Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Asad Yaqub here, and in this video I'm going to tell you about IELTS writing and IELTS speaking. Mainly I'm going to tell you about the syllabus for IELTS writing and IELTS speaking and how to get ready, what to prepare, what is the best resource to prepare for IELTS writing and IELTS speaking. If you are new to my channel, consider subscribing. You will get a lot of material from this channel related to IELTS. Okay. Well guys, let's start with IELTS writing module. As far as IELTS writing is concerned, there are two tasks. For academic writing, task 1 is report writing, and for general training writing, task 1 is letter writing, and then there is an essay writing task which is for both academic and general training. Now, as far as writing is concerned, if we talk about writing task 1, academic, there are 4 types of reports, and one should be familiar with these 4 types because 2 types are almost same and 2 types are different. So for academic report writing, first of all, we have graph with trends, right? There are years, data fluctuates, moves, upward, downward trends and all that. Second, we have comparative graph where data does not move and there are comparisons, right? So graph with the trend and comparative graphs, they are very common in academic IELTS report writing. Then there are 2 more categories of report writing. One is process diagram and another one is maps. In process diagram, there is a diagram. You have to just describe the process, how something is done, how something is made and all that. And then we have maps. In the maps, you have to spot the differences. So these are 4 categories for academic report writing. If you prepare these 4 categories, it means you are ready for IELTS. Now, we talk about essay writing. For academic IELTS candidates, there are 4 types of essays. First and most important is opinion essay. Second is discussion essay. Third is problem solution or causes and solution or cause and effect essay. And final one is advantages, disadvantages, advantages outweigh drawbacks. This is the 4th type of essay. So in total, there are 8 items which you have to prepare for writing. Once you prepare these 8 items, you can say my writing module is ready. Okay, so you can search all the stuff using AI. You can find some articles, some booklets, some handouts on internet and all that. But for this, I have actually prepared this book. This book has got 8 units in it, and each unit covers each of these components or one of these components. And after going through this book, you can say you are ready for IELTS writing. Okay. Now, what have I done? I have actually, I know the psyche of my students. I know students have issues with their grammar. They have issues with their vocabulary. They want something ready-made. So for each essay type, I have given vocabulary and ready-made sentences which you can alter a little and use them in your report. Okay. For essay writing, you will see according to essay type. For example, if it is an opinion essay, you will find vocabulary for opinion essay, sentences for opinion essay, how to give your opinion, how to give example. So you will find such type of words and phrases which can help you achieve better bench score. Then for connecting your ideas, as one of the marking criteria is coherence and cohesion, you will find connecting words and phrases along with punctuation. So these 8 components are given in the book and you can prepare easily. Now, if we talk about general training writing, in general training writing, there are total 7 components which you have to prepare, and you will get these 7 components in general training writing task 1. Out of 3, you will get 1 component, and for task 2, out of 4, you will get 1 component. For general training writing task 1, as you know, it's letter writing, and there are 3 main types of letters. Most important is formal letter, Second most important is informal letter, and then we have semi-formal letter as well. So there are three types: the language that we use, sentences that we write. Now, for example, if you're writing an informal letter, you can say, I want to tell you. But when you write a formal letter, then you say, I would like to let you know, I would like to inform you, I would like to bring to your attention, and all that stuff. So in this book, we've got general training, a separate book for general training. In this book, you will find phrases according to the types of letter you are writing. You will find words, phrases, then there are proper sentences which you can tailor, right? There are half sentences and you can just tailor them according to the topic, whatever you get. So we've got this separate book for general training IELTS candidates. Now let me tell you, general training writing task 2 is essay writing, and for general training, 4 types of essays are important. Most important essay type for general training is discussion essay, double question essay, opinion essay, and then problem solution essay, right? So there are 4 types of essays, and in the same book we have actually elaborated all 4 types. You will find, if you are at presently, if you are at band 4 level, this book will upgrade you to band 6 level. If you are at band 5 level, it will upgrade you band 7 level. So you can see significant increase in your band once you go through all these things, once you understand them. And these things are not going to exaggerate your English in writing. These things are going to upgrade your level of English, and then upgraded level will get you better band score. Remember one thing, you cannot cheat the examiner. If you think by writing some flowery words, by writing some good sentences, you can cheat the examiner, that is not possible. So 7 components for general training writing, 8 components for academic writing, and once you prepare them, you are ready for the exam. This brings me to speaking module. As far as IELTS speaking is concerned, there are 3 parts of IELTS speaking. Part 1, where they will ask you general questions on familiar topics, and you have to answer those general questions in 5 to 6 sentences. In this part of your IELTS speaking test, examiner asks you 5 to 8 questions on one topic, or 2 topics, or 3 topics, right? We have generally observed that IELTS speaking examiners, they have almost 200 topics for speaking part 1, and in actual exam they ask you questions on those 200 topics in speaking part 1. So what we've done, we have compiled those 200 topics in this book in speaking part 1, where there are questions. Another important thing, in IELTS speaking part 1, examiner will ask you questions in 5 tenses: present simple, past simple, future simple, present perfect, and present perfect continuous. So in this book, all 200 topics have 5 questions, and these 5 questions are in 5 tenses along with sample answers, which will help you practice. And in the sample answers, you will get good vocabulary, good sentence structure, nice phrases to impress the examiner, and all these things will actually improve your band score as well. Another confusing part in IELTS speaking for many candidates is part 2. In part 2, you have to speak English for 1 to 2 minutes in front of the examiner, non-stop. Examiner gives you a topic. That topic is called cue card. Our team has observed, or we have observed deeply, that examiners, they change their cue cards after every 4 months. First they have new cue cards in January, then they have new cue cards in April and in May, and finally they have new cue cards in September. And IELTS speaking examiner has got 100 plus 10, 15, 20 cue cards, and they gave the same cue cards to all the candidates. So what we did, we actually collected the cue cards, compiled them, and then we rolled them all into this book. So in this book, you will find 120 cue cards, and these cue cards are just like the hot cue cards. You are highly likely to be given one of these topics in your actual IELTS exam. With the cue card, there is sample answer, and this sample answer is neutral sample answer. Regardless of politics, regardless of religion, regardless of any country, these answers are neutral. According to you, you can change the answer as well, and the cues of the cue card, they have been answered in this book one by one so that you clearly understand. You can get some idea, then you can come up with your own ideas, and this is how you can prepare a wonderful answer, and you can deliver that in front of the examiner. Now we discuss speaking part 3. In speaking part 3, examiner asks you follow-up questions which are almost always related to the cue card, and there are 4 categories of questions. Number 1, in speaking part 3, examiner will ask you questions about your opinion. Number 2, examiner will ask you questions about comparison of 2 things from present, one from past, how it was and how it is now, or how it is now and how will it be in the future, and all that. So there are comparative questions with comparative structures. After comparison, examiner will ask you questions about advantages and disadvantages of something. What are the benefits of living in a city? What are the drawbacks of village life, or anything like that? And finally, the 4th category is prediction, where examiner may ask you something, what will happen after 10 years, after 5 years, after 20 years, and all that. So in the same book, we have compiled speaking part 3 questions in the same tenses and the same conditions like opinion, then assessment, advantages, disadvantages, comparison, and all that. You will find all these things, okay? We have these books available in PDF form outside Pakistan and in printed form in Pakistan, because we can only deliver these books in Pakistan. So if you're from Pakistan, you can get it in printed form and you can see the book, huh? All right. But don't worry, you can finish it easily. But if you're outside Pakistan, you can get PDF, and if you have the printing facility, you can get them printed as well. In order to get the books, just send us message on WhatsApp and we'll give you all the details. So in speaking, in a nutshell, let me tell you, in speaking module for speaking part 1, there are 200 topics. If you are familiar with these 200 topics, you can speak in front of the examiner without any hesitation because you are already familiar with the topic. For speaking part 2, there are 100 plus cue cards, and if you go through each and every cue card and make up your mind that if the topic is describe a movie you have watched, I will talk about 3 Idiots. If the topic is describe a book you have read, I will talk about that book. If the topic is describe a friend, I will talk about John, or anything like that, okay? So if you are prepared already, okay, then you can speak very confidently, then you will not have to think for ideas, and you will have ideas in mind as well. And for speaking part 3, as I mentioned, there are 4 categories. So there are questions here which you can answer easily and get your desired band. So finally, for IELTS academic, IELTS writing, there are 8 items and you have to prepare them. You can make a checklist of these items. For IELTS writing general training, there are 7 items which you have to prepare. And for speaking, part 1, 200 cue cards, part 1, 200 topics, part 2, 100 cue cards, and part 3 questions, which are already there. Thank you so very much. Now you are clear, so you know what to prepare, and you can use any resources whatsoever to prepare yourselves. These books and study materials, they are available at administrative cost, right? The cost that helps us run our system. So if you want to get these, you can get them. Otherwise, you can prepare from anywhere. But these are the contents. This is the syllabus you need to go through. All the best, guys. I also teach IELTS online all over the world and in campus in Lahore, Pakistan. We have IELTS single module preparation. We offer IELTS test booking in Pakistan, and we have IELTS software for computer delivered IELTS. So if you want to get any of these services, you can contact me on WhatsApp and I'll give you all the details. Thank you so much. Best of luck. Take care. Allah Hafiz.